What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, lead you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, man, I took a couple days off, man. I had to rejuvenate, had to just woosah, you know what I mean? Man, I had to do some me time and just disconnect from everybody, disconnect from the matrix, disconnect from life, you know what I mean? And just deal with me, just work on my stuff. Man, that being said, family, man, I love you guys. I miss you guys. Man, today we're going to talk about a real controversial subject, talking about falling in love. Falling in love. You know, as a life coach and a mentor and somebody that's just always talking to different people about life, it seems as though everybody wants to be in love. You know, everybody wants love. But the great majority of us, the truth be told, we're terrified of falling in love. We want to fall in love, but we're scared of what happens if it goes wrong. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. Sitting there, my mouth is kind of dry and drinking on some ginger and turmeric tea. Man, it's awesome stuff for you. Ginger and turmeric. If you don't know, now you know. You know what I mean? You can get you some. Falling in love. It's one of the most exciting feelings in the world. One of the most exciting things that can happen to somebody is, man, just falling in love. You know, just that first touch, you know, that first look, you know, just that, just reflecting on whatever it is, that whatever that moment was for you, where you realize, dang, I'm in love. You know what I mean? And for all of us, it's going to be different. You know what I mean? It's going to be different for each of us. But that first moment, man, of you just coming to the realization of, damn, I done fucked around and fell in love. How the fuck did I fall in love? You know what I mean? You don't know when it happened. You don't know why it happened. You just know, man, I'm gone. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm fucked up. She got my nose hooked. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Every one of us have one of those memories. You know what I mean? And stay with me. We're going somewhere. And the trip is, falling in love is not a bad thing. Falling in love is a great thing. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing to be able to fall in love. See, when you fall in love, man, you just let your guards down. When you fall in love, you could be transparent. When you fall in love, you could be free. You could be you. And you feel like, man, I'm me. I'm all of me. I could be me. You know what I mean? Without being judged, they see me. I see them. We're one. Nobody standing in judgment of nobody. Nobody giving a fuck about anybody's past. I see you, you see me, we become one. We've fucked the world, and in this moment, we're just caught up in our own shit. We don't get two fucks about what's going on in the world. We don't get two fucks about who the president is, who the president gonna be, what's going on in Afghanistan, what's going on in Russia. None of that shit matters to us at this moment. All we thinking about, all we know is that, man, we on cloud nine. All we consumed with at this moment is we're not tripping off what our next meal gonna be. We're not tripping about how we gonna pay the bills. We're not tripping about what my mama think, what my daddy think. None of that shit fucking matters at the moment. All that fucking matters is this moment. This moment. This moment. Where I've come to the realization that I fell in love. This moment. Where I've come to a realization, nobody else fucking matters to me. I just want me and you to spend the rest of life together. Man, we're gonna be Bonnie and Clyde in this bitch. It don't matter what the fuck is going on. We're gonna ride this shit till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? It is what it is, you know? I done finally found my boo. You know? I done found that one. I done went through all the hell that I done went through just to find you. I done endured all the pain and the suffering and the trauma just to find you. I'm good. I'm good. Nothing else fucking matters. How deep my pockets is, how deep my pockets ain't. None of that shit fucking matters at the moment. is my whip clean or not? None of that shit fucking matters. All that fucking matters at the moment is this moment. This moment. This moment in time. Well, I'm in love. And the trip is, the great majority of us, this is where we fuck up at. We keep trying to relive that moment. That moment's come, and that moment's gonna go. You're never gonna get that moment again. Not with that person. You're not gonna be able to relive that moment. I'm trying to help somebody. And this is where so many of us fuck up our relationships. We don't fall in love. And we keep trying to relive that bliss. We keep trying to relive that feeling, that moment. And because I don't feel that moment, because I don't feel that excitement, that bliss, that joy, that love that I did in the beginning, I assume that the love ain't there. I assume that, man, it ain't the same. I assume that, man, it's just gone bad. Because I don't feel as excited as I did in the beginning. I don't feel the joy and the happiness and the peace and all the other stuff that I did. The butterflies and the tingling stomachs. I don't feel that shit right now. Because, man, we've been together for a minute. And that feeling has faded. And it's not so much that the feeling has faded, it's that life has come in. God has brought you two together for this moment. In this moment, it is your responsibility to nurture that feeling. It is your responsibility to nurture that relationship. And the great majority of us have no fucking idea how to do that. We have no understanding, no concept of understanding that, dang, this is a beautiful gift that we've been given. Now it is my job, like this is a baby. I gotta nurture this thing. I gotta sow into this thing. I gotta build this thing up. God gave me you, source, universe, whatever it was. Man, you came into my life. We fell madly in love. Inseparable. Now that we've gotten used to each other, now that we've been with each other and we've explored every bits and pieces of each other's body and the mind, now we've gotten so comfortable and relaxed and distracted with the bullshit in life that we stop sowing into the relationship. We stop giving our time and our energy into the relationship. We don't know how to nurture and cultivate it. We don't know how to invest in it. So we allow life to come in, and man, you're working and I'm working, and we got the kids and just bills and and family and and now we don't even take time to date. Now we don't even take time to talk and chop it up like we used to. We don't even just walk and just hold hands like we used to. We don't take the time to just gaze into each other's eyes and just daydream and just fall in love. We don't take the time to do that because we're so busy living. And we're not even living, we're just existing. But we've allowed life to come in, and that moment is slipping away. The feelings, the love, the emotions are slipping away because we're so distracted with, oh, we got to take care of the bills, oh, we got to pay this, we got to pay this, and I don't know how we're going to do this, and you got to work 12 hours, and I got to work 12 hours, and man, we don't have time for anything else, and I'm tired, and I just want to go sleep, and I don't want to have sex, I'm tired, baby, just let me sleep, I don't feel good, and now we're drifting apart. Yeah, that's what happens. We start drifting apart. Then the insecurity starts setting in, and I don't look as good as I used to look. You don't look as good as you used to look. And so I start wondering if you have eyes for somebody else. I start wondering if you're cheating on with somebody else, because everybody in my past cheated on me. So why would you be different? My daddy cheated on my mama, and everybody I know is a fucking hoe and a cheat. Why would you be different? I seen the way that girl was looking at you. I saw you looking at her, and so I automatically assumed, because I don't have a couple of babies, my body's not as tight, I'm not as young, or whatever the case may be, man, I don't look my best. I'm not feeling my best. You have to be cheating because you don't want time for me. You don't have time for me. We don't have time to be intimate anymore. We don't have time to go on dates anymore. We don't have time to just take the walks through nature anymore. We don't have time to sit down and just chop it up and just hold each other and watch a movie. We don't have time for these things anymore because we're busy surviving, and now insecurities kick in. Fear kicks in, doubt, worry kicks in. Am I enough? Do you still love me? And the feelings is, man, she don't love me like she used to love me. He don't think about me the way he used to think about me. He ain't patting me on the ass like he used to. He ain't grabbing me and hugging me tight like he used to. He ain't caressing my hair like he used to. There has to be another fucking bitch taking his attention. There has to be another bitch doing da-da-da-da and doing da-da-da-da. And we go wild with the fucking imaginations. We let our mind play games on us. And instead of taking the time to talk, and one of you may be trying to take the time to talk, and you're crying and you're pleading for the other person's time, and they're so consumed with working and da-da-da-da, they don't think the seriousness of it. They don't understand the seriousness of the nature of what's going on. They're consumed with, man, I gotta pay the bills, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and they're tired. They're exhausted. And you're talking to all your friends, and you're on social media, and you're looking at all the bullshit and all the things that her man is doing for her, all the things her boo's doing for her, and your man ain't doing that anymore. Your woman ain't cooking like that anymore. Your woman ain't caressing you like she used to. Your woman is not sowing her attention into you like she used to. And so you assume she ain't into you like she used to be. You assume there has to be somebody else. You assume she don't like you like that. Not anymore. And we allow our ego to run fucking wild. And so we start looking for that excitement again. And Billy Bob is saying nice things to you. And Krishan is looking at you up and down and telling you what she would do to you. And you're trying to relive that moment, that first experience of falling in love. You're trying to relive and rekindle that excitement. You're trying to find that exciting feeling again. It's like dope. You shoot up and you get high that first time. And you're always in constant need of trying to reach that peak again. Man, if I could just get there one more time. If I could just feel that feeling of bliss just one more time. And so we start looking at the attention, and we start taking in the attention of other people. Because the person we fell in love with, they're consumed with work, life, whatever the case may be, and they're not sowing into us like they used to. Whatever they got going on, whatever I got going on, man, we got this roadblock between us. We can't communicate like we used to. We're not talking like we used to. We're not touching each other like we used to. We're not connected like we used to be. And so we think that, man, love is gone. Love's not gone. We're just not connected. Love's not gone. It's just been hidden in the clouds. Like the sun in the storm. The sun is always there. sometimes clouds come in and they block out the sun. And we assume because we can't see the sun that the sun's not there. We assume because we can't feel the warmth of the sun that the sun's not there. We assume because we can't see the light of the sun that the sun's not there. But the sun is always there. Once you fall in love like that, love is always there. It's just we've allowed the clouds of life, the bills, the responsibilities, the job, the friends, the families, the co-workers, the kids, life, they come in and block out the love. This is real shit. And this is where the great majority of us fuck up our relationships. This is where we blow it. Because we see the clouds and we assume that the love is gone. We see the clouds and we assume that the sun's not there. I assume that you don't love me anymore. I assume that you don't like me like that anymore. I assume that somebody else has your attention. I assume that somebody else is interested in you and they're showing you all the attention that you need and they're giving you the attention that you need. Assumptions from my ego, from my fears and my insecurities. We got to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, love is always there. You just have to figure out how to rekindle it. You just have to figure out what are the distractions, what are the clouds in your life that's blocking out that love, that's making it impossible for you to feel that love, that's making it impossible for you to see the love. Man, falling in love is a beautiful thing. My hope and prayer is that you not only experience falling in love, that you experience the beauty of growing in love. See, so many of us, we fall in love, but we never learn how to grow in love. Falling in love is just the beginning. It's just the initial stage of the relationship. Growing in love is maturity. Man, I love you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Namaste. The God, the light, the love, the wisdom within me sees, recognizes, acknowledges, and cherishes the God, the love, the light, the wisdom within each and every one of you. Happy healing. Peace.